stats in the game reflected the balance of play. You know, they had 3 big chances to Wimbledon's none. The XG battle they won comfortably. So a much better performance for Sutton and their caretaker manager.
Thank you very much, George. George Elliott from Not the Top 20 podcast with us all afternoon.
Job in turning around their season, having taken over when they were on just 1 point and having scored no goals. And yet for Sutton, who begrudgingly sacked Matt Gray after an 8-0 defeat, that was their last away game to go to make the short journey for their fans to AFC Wimbledon. A team had been in really good form under Johnny Jackson, to beat them 1-0 and to do so in a way, you know, that looking at the stats in the game reflected the balance of play. You know, they had 3 big chances to Wimbledon's none. The XG
League One and Sutton in League Two.
You absolutely don't. Amazing result for Rotherham, who now go level on points with Sheffield Wednesday, beating a Borough side who've been in OK form under Michael Carrick, thanks to, it looks like it was a cross that went in, but they'll take any points they can get, and it's a good start for Liam Richardson. For Cheltenham, a brilliant 2-0 win, and they're a team in really good form, one of the form-time sides in League One, and Darrell Clark there has done a quite unbelievable job in turning around their season, having taken over when they were on just 1 point and having scored no goals. And yet for Sutton, who, you know, begrudgingly sacked Matt Gray after an 8-0 defeat, that was their last away game to go to make the short journey for their fans to AFC Wimbledon. A team had been in really good form under Johnny Jackson, to beat them 1-0 and to do so in a way, you know, that looking at the stats in the game reflected the balance of play. You know, they had 3 big chances to Wimbledon's none. The XG battle they won comfortably. So a much better performance for Sutton and their caretaker manager.
Thank you very much, George. George Elliott from Not the Top 20 podcast with us all afternoon here on 5 Live Sport. You can react to all of those scores with Chris and Robbie, who are on their way, closing in on half-time at St Andrews and Stokely, Birmingham, by 2-0. Cody Gakpo's just had a goal ruled out for Liverpool at Burnley, so it's still Burnley 0. Liverpool 1. Let's just head to Old Trafford. This is the 8 o'clock game this evening. Manchester United against Aston Villa, whereas we were discussing right at the start of the show today, you feel like the away side are probably the favourites, Conor McNamara.
Yes, I think Villa, I was at Villa's last game where they drew against Sheffield United, and they could have gone top of the table for Christmas had they won, and I think they'll be looking to put stuff back in order from their point of view. Villa didn't play bad in that game. From a Manchester United point of view, I think this is a sort of pivotal evening. Okay, an Eric Ten Hag victory could put them back into the top 6 for now. That would be such a nice platform in the week that Sir Jim Ratcliffe's investment has been confirmed. We know that Dave Brailsford is going to be here this evening. Don't know if he's going to bring his own turkey sandwiches, given the whole food hygiene rating situation, which I'm sure people will be aware of. But look, it's been a miserable season so far.
Did you take your own turkey?
Well, look, Mrs. McNamara made a great turkey. I couldn't leave that in the kitchen this morning. 4 points off the sides in the top half, which is the worst record of any team in the Premier League. Only Sheffield United have scored fewer Premier League goals. And if Manchester United lose here, it will be 3 successive defeats at Old Trafford, and that hasn't happened since Matt Busby days back in 1962. So if there was ever a night to have a reaction with the new investment, the new structure of the ownership, a chance of a new start, and we see then how sort of brittle that might be, because if it doesn't go well for Manchester United, maybe any feel-good factor about that would dissipate quite quickly.
Thank you very much, Conor.
Cheers,
Conor will keep you up to date throughout the course of the evening here on 5 Live. All the Premier League highlights, match of the day, 10 to 11 on BBC One. 6:06 with Chris and Robbie on the way, the other side of the latest BBC News.
Listen